So we're all at this pocket where we're struggling in life. We're just in a bad mental space. Maybe you're in a season you playing, you had a bad game, you're just kind of in a slump. You feel like you're just down and you're kind of not feeling yourself. How do the thing is not if I get in this space, how do I bounce back? But when I get in this space, how do I bounce back and how do I respond? So it's not the fact that, it doesn't make you great because you don't have challenges, because you will. The thing that makes you great is how you bounce back from it. How do I respond when things don't go my way? How do I respond when I'm in a slump? So let me give you guys 9 things to think about when it comes to getting out of that slump or getting out of that bad mental space or getting in that out of that hole that you're in. So I think about being in a funk or in a rut as like you're in a certain zone, you're in a certain space, and you have to get out of that space. You're in a current flow of things going a certain direction. And I think about like you're in a hamster wheel, you're in this hamster wheel, things just not going your way. So you know how avalanche just goes downhill, like you got a game and you had one turnover, but then the teammate has another turnover, and it's just downhill slope to where you went from up by 4 to now down by 16. Those things happen. It happens in our life. How do we respond and how do we bounce back? So I think about it as you're in a certain current of things happening. Well, how do I break that current and get out of that flow? Think about a water current. How do I disrupt that flow, get out of that funk to get myself in a new current, in a new flow, on a new track or a different thing? So these are different things that I do to kind of get myself out of a funk and get myself in a different space. And I know it can help you out. So the first thing that you do is first change your environment, change the location of where you're at. Sometimes it can be the physical location. So if you're in a funk and you just want to lay in your bed all day, get up and get out, get outside, and get out your room, go hang around more people. Sometimes get away from people and be by yourself. Just change your environment. Sometimes it might be you just get a get a vacation real quick. You feel me? So, but if you're in season, it might just be like getting a break from the court for a second. Get out the court and just go take a walk outside one day. Like Klay Thompson said, he just went and just jumped in the water for a minute, like refresh himself and get back to being the Klay Thompson he knew he could be. Sometimes you change your physical location, but sometimes you need to change your mental or your emotional location. So you might take a break off social media. You need to get around different group of friends, different group of people for a minute to just change how you feel and think about yourself. So we all know the people that just make a smile on the face, make us feel good, that just brighten up our day. You might want to hang around that person for a minute. Give them a phone call that just they brighten up your day, to get you out there. You need to smile or something. Get around that person a little bit more. But then next you need to do is get in a routine because sometimes mentally we're in that funk, we're in that space where things they get mundane, they get boring, they just get just the same old, same old. You get in a routine, so it might just be shaking up your morning routine, do something a little different at yourself because it sparks something in your brain to have like, oh, there's something new, there's something different. So they have to adjust to that rather than the same old all the time. Sometimes you can challenge yourself and get yourself out of that same fucking same rut that you've been in because you're doing something different now. So get in a routine, something to change up your mind, shake up your brain, shake up your thought process on stuff. But then, like I said earlier, you might want to get a vacation, take a break. Uh, Bill Gates is known for he said that he kinda, like, detaches himself from life to recharge himself. He'll I forgot he said, like, a week or a month, he'll take a time period off from being him, and he just escapes and goes away, retreats, and just get himself refreshed to where he comes back, he can be himself at a higher level. Uh, Kanye, man, when he goes on album mode, he goes in different spaces, in different situations to where he can get the environment around him to work around him. So he's known for going to Wyoming, going to Hawaii, going somewhere else. He went to the stadium in Atlanta to do a whole project and stuff. So to get around different environments, and just take a break from the mundane of where you're at to shock yourself into having new things you have to do. Um, you think about how NBA teams, college teams work. They've been training in the same gym, the same weight room, the same field or whatever for so long. Just take a break sometimes, go to a different space and just take a team trip to somewhere else. Take a team trip to go somewhere else that's, out the country or maybe to another state or whatever. Just get out that mundane routine stuff to where your physical education changes now, like I said earlier, to now you're in a different space, different place to where you can recharge yourself because your brain's being stimulated by different things. So you might wanna take a trip to the sand, take a trip to the beach or whatever, just to get yourself out that rut, out of that spot of just being stuck. Next thing you can do is kind of like because we're in this bad space mentally, we get caught up in the current situation of what's going on. So like I said, we're in this current, in this wave, you have to interrupt this current with something new. You can do that by reflecting on past successes that you have. So watch old highlights, watch old you look at your old awards to get yourself back in that feeling of like, "Oh, this is who I am. This current situation doesn't define me. I'm not this person right here. I am a great winner. I'm a good three-point shooter. I won this contest. I was able to do this in high school. I was able to do this in college. I was able to do this in this camp." Reflect on that. Look at the highs that you have. Look at your highs and not just be stuck in the lows. So to get yourself to where you're able to reflect on your past wins and reflect on how great you always been and how you were, because the that's the vision you wanna get back into. Get yourself out of that current, out of that flow to a new train, into a new thought of who you are and who you can be. And number 5, man, count the small wins in the moment. So, I know a lot of times we get frustrated with how things are going, and we can skip over the things that we do have going. So all we see right now is the bad of what's going on, but we had some great moments too. Just giving more time to reflect on those in the moment that we have and appreciate them more. Because as being in this moment that sucks, good times don't last always. But as you take a moment to appreciate them more, they hit a little bit harder. They sink a little bit deeper when those good moments come. So if you're depressed right now and when you finally get out of that depression in a good space, man, you can appreciate that good time more because man, I remember when I was depressed. I remember when I was having those bad games. I remember when I was alone and not having friends. You appreciate it so much more. It sinks in deeper. So same thing like being hungry or thirsty. You finally get to eat. You finally get to drink. Man, it's a little bit different. You appreciate it so much more. So reflect on the small wins and those moments that you have them because that maintains you being in that better space a little bit longer than it would before. And number 6, man, just get in a space where you can feel good. Just dance. Go have some good, music playing that makes you wanna groove and dance. Get to where you laughing, man. Go watch some comedy on Netflix or something. Go to somewhere go hang around a group of friend that makes you laugh. Hang around some babies, man. Just be around some more kids that can just inspire you to take a little bit lighter load off you, man, to laugh and have a good time. Go out with a night with friends or something. Just do something that you can enjoy so you can smile, you can get yourself out of that current, out of that funky new space that you need to be in. Number 7, this is a big one. Get out your head. And sometimes that thing is like we're so in our head and so in our feelings and so in our thoughts so much that we get too bogged down in there. And I know a lot of things for me, a big thing for me is that sometimes what helps me get out of my head is to go help somebody else out. So instead of me focusing on my problems and my issues, I get my brain with the brain. How can I help them? And sometimes it makes me forget about my problems because it's like other people have problems too. And it's just like you're able to just escape that mental environment that you're in, and you skip back over into being in a better space now. And so when you're able to get out your head and be with a friend and help them out, sometimes that helps you get back into a space now where you're good because all you have to do is get out of that environment, the mental space that you're in, and now you're in a better space now. And that kind of goes to number 8, just help somebody else out. Sometimes you just need to be a benefit to somebody else that ends up being a benefit to you too. So sometimes you be with the friends, just be good companion, just be with them and have the good energy and good feelings and good spirits with them. Sometimes just help somebody else out too. It's like a big positive, big plus. And number 9, man, this is probably the most important thing that uh, we struggle with more and more, especially with the facade that we have going on. We're not being enough, we're not doing enough of we're always failures because we see other people's success on social media. The most important thing, man, is to give yourself grace, to give yourself some self-love because you're going to fail, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna have pockets where things aren't going your way, which is fine. But you have to give yourself that grace to say that, "Okay, I messed up, these things didn't go my way, these things aren't right, but I'm still okay. I can still bounce back, I can still do better." So you gotta love yourself and get it back to where you can appreciate yourself more to where you can bounce back from it differently. So get yourself out of that pocket of just beating yourself down and wearing down yourself so much. Be like, "Okay, this sucks, but I'm okay. You're alright. Like, you messed up or this isn't how you wanted to go, but it's okay. We can bounce back from this. This ain't the first time, like I said, the small wins, and the first time we did this before, we can do it again." So that's the 9 things, man. A lot of it kinda blends, merge together, but, um, let me know what helps you out, man. Which number sticks to you the most? Which one hits home for you the most that you can really apply to yourself and move on with, man. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is the big three. If you got any more questions for me, got any more comments, concerns, let me know. Drop in the comments below. Appreciate you. See you next episode.